Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Poncho of Life. This is the Poncho podcast, and obviously it's something quite new for the channel. But I am here with my good friends Noam, Fraser, and Drew, and yeah, we're going to be bringing some light into your days. And I just want to first of all acknowledge the current crisis that's hit the world. I just want to thank the NHS staff on behalf of us. Thank all the emergency service workers, all of the essential workers, and everyone that's staying indoors. Basically, as I said on my Instagram, don't be a dick and please just stay indoors if you don't need to go out, because this thing is spreading quick and we don't want to hurt or worse to people because of this. So, on a lighter note, we're going to be kicking it off by talking about the brand new episode of Friday Night Dinner. So, and I know we all watched it, so let's kick that off. What did you think?
Shalom.
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 Hello, Jackie. But I thought it was right. I enjoyed it. Right. I'm going to start by pissing in somebody's cornflakes here, but I enjoyed it. But I felt it was a little bit slow. Like it wasn't as funny. It was a wee bit slow.
Yeah,
Aye.
the best.
It wasn't the best, but it was still like good. It still had its moments.
Yeah. I love the whole caravan thing. That was hilarious. I like the fact they didn't make it out as if they'd been away for ages. That the boys had still come over for Friday night dinner every night after like the show had stopped. You know,
Aye.
Didn't like reinvent anything or re-welcome anyone back in. It was just kind of like, right, we're still going.
I know. It's weird saying the Milson, see, Jim's new dog.
Oh man! Yeah, spoiler alert. I'm gonna put that spoiler alert just now. If you've not seen the rest of it and you want to watch, skip forward. Right, skip forward. Sorry, Fraser.
Yeah.
I know, but that was kind of it. Aye, but no, I know what you mean. But
Yeah.
another thing about it as well, see how the whole caravan thing, we found it hilarious with my family because we like own one, so we kind of got the gist and all that. But the only thing that was confused me, see how Jackie is like dead sad and depressed at the start.
Yeah.
But they didn't make it clear what the reason was for though.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean?
It was. I felt kind of the same. Like I get what Drew's saying. It didn't make it clear the fact that it was because of Martin's caravan and because he's been out there constantly. She's really upset that she's not seen him in the house. But it did make it out.
She said at the dinner table that she'd been eating dinner herself.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I meant there, so I wasn't clear. I did kind of get what Fraser was saying though, that there was it was almost as if there was an underlying reason that they hadn't mentioned because she was like really upset about something. But yeah, I thought that Mark Heap, he's such a good actor. Like Jim is the greatest character in that TV show. He was just on point.
Do you think he's probably the most underrated comedy actor in British television?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Talking about him.
I know. Yeah. They only ever mentioned that character as well. I know he's been in a lot of good things. Like there was something he's in recently. Is it the thing with Don? Is it Don French on TV? He's in just now, and it looked really good. I don't know if it's more of a kind of comedy drama rather than I don't even know if it's a comedy, but it looked pretty funny. I don't know if it's just because he was in it, but no, I saw him in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory years ago. Actually, Mark Heap. I remember that. He was walking a dog. He played a very, very small role.
Oh yeah, I remember
that?
Aye.
So bizarre, man. It was really bizarre.
Aye, after this show, he'll hopefully skyrocket.
Yeah, definitely. Like he could, yeah.
He'd be like a Steve Coogan kind of type.
Aye.
He also looks really weird without the gym look.
Yeah, I remember you saying that before. Yeah.
He looks annoyingly normal.
Just generic white male.
It's weird. You expect him to look so much weirder, like the character, but then it just looks like your normal 30, 40-year-old guy walking around the UK.
I know. Yeah. Don't you see the bit when he comes into the dining room and he's got the waist tank.
Oh yeah.
The waist tank. Oh, honestly, I cringed out my face. Like I don't usually cringe, but I cringed out my face as soon as he walked in with that, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna go like so wrong so quickly. You know what I mean? Like
just slowly putting it down on the table as well.
I know.
Fucking infuriating me. It's just like,
It's
like waiting for the payoff.
Does anybody else have a problem with Gnome's feed, or is it just me? Probably just me, because my internet's terrible, but Gnome's feed's frozen on my screen.
It was fine for me.
Yeah,
no worries.
I'm just dancing about now.
Another thing is about it. They see how the two brothers have two girlfriends at the same time.
Aye, both called
Lucy. I can just imagine that there'll be an episode where they'll have to invite their girlfriends round at once, and that would just be a catastrophe as well. And another thing that I like as well, I had this idea ages ago. It would be cool if, for whatever reason, the family had to go round for Jim's house, because just imagine what his house would be like.
Oh, I know, man. Right? Yeah.
I imagine it's something like seeing the other guys, where Will Ferrell's character's just like obviously this big geek, and he goes home and it's just like the most gorgeous wife. It's just an amazing. I imagine it to be something like that. He's gonna get a model wife that they've never heard about, just this mansion.
Aye, you walk down the hallway and there's just a memorial for Wilson, like photos and candles and all that.
Just one big room.
Yeah. Do you think that might be why they kept that shot on the sewage guy for so long? Or do you think that was just simply because they were routing it into Jim's house?
What do you mean?
Like, for them to be going over to Jim's house?
Oh, right, maybe, I don't know. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I realize what you mean, yeah.
The camera's on him for quite a bit.
Aye. I hope they do I hope we do go to Jim's house at some point, because see, I'd imagine his house being full of like taxidermy and stuff, but at the same time though, he's scared of his own dog, so he's definitely not gonna have taxidermy on the walls. Do you know what I mean? Like, but he's scared of his brother's cat as well. If you remember, do you know what I mean?
Just scared of all animals.
What was his? Was it Watson? Watson, wasn't it his cat?
Aye, it was a cat.
Brother's cat, Watson. Oh god, man, it was so funny, so funny. Oh yeah, I meant to say at the start as well, we're definitely going to be doing more of these, because I know that my channel is really inconsistent with what I do. I've got eating challenges and vlogs and travelling and all sorts, story time vlogs, but I'm going to keep all that going, but we're going to do more of these as well, because I think it's a positive thing as well to obviously bring everyone together and like have a good chat, and we'll have different guests on, and we'll bring on different other influencers, other creators from YouTube, and some of our other friends as well. It'll be good fun. So just good to get everyone together, and hopefully we can do this in person at some point as well. Just all sit around and have a good blether and some pizza and get some different people on and just have a good laugh, you know. Oh, absolutely would. It'd be great fun. I think it's a little bit more like wound back, the fact that we're all on our own, you know.
Yeah.
But still, it'll be funny.
Missiles.
Aye. What was that?
It's like
Breaking Bad. This is my own private domicile, bitch, and I will not be harassed.
I was thinking of the Demolition Man.
He was essentially in a moving caravan there, being in an RV.
Yeah.
Oh, aye.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice
see,
link.
full circle.
Yep, exactly.
Aye. Do you know what I was thinking about earlier on as well, right? Like, do you know how you have those crazy dreams and like you just cannot, obviously you can't explain them, but they just don't make any sense? Well, I definitely had one of them last night. Like, it freaked the crap out of me, to be fair. Right?
Oh,
I know. Basically, I was. I can't remember obviously every detail, because when I woke up, I was quite kind of affronted. I was quite taken aback. So but obviously, as I've mentioned on the channel before, I do acting, and then Drew and Fraser do acting as well. We're all lucky enough to be in the same college and be in the same class at one point as well. So. Oh no! Oh god! No.
F in the shot, Fraser.
So last year we done a show at the start of last year called A Small Family Business by Alan Ayckbourn, and it was a really good kind of comedy farce kind of thing, and it was really intense and really funny and really good fun. We all really enjoyed it. So I was thinking about that last night. You just kind of ponder things you've done before. So when I went to sleep, I had this dream. Well, it was more of a nightmare, but it was a dream at the same time, because I didn't hate it. It just scared the crap out of me. Basically, it was this kind of Charles Dickens style piece right? And we done a quiz last night with our current or previous class from college, and one of the questions was Charles Dickens. So I was thinking a lot about that, thinking a lot about this old show, and basically, I ended up on a stage in like the kind of Charles Dickens style clothes with the top hat and the scarf and the coat and all that on, and they went, right, we're doing a full run, and I was like, a full run of what? And our productions got cancelled recently because of obviously this situation that's going on in the world at the moment. So we didn't get to do the Crucible, which is what we were meant to be doing. So I went, wait, what show are we doing? I'm not dressed for the Crucible. I don't know my lines for this show. So I started panicking. So I went backstage and there's loads of people like really prepared, like running their lines and stuff. So I started hyperventilating. But I know that I was hyperventilating in real life as well because I woke up in a pure cold sweat, like panicking because I was like, I don't know my lines. And I started crying, right? so I started crying. And I'm like, I don't know my lines and I'm in costume. And we were on like a proper, like, like a Shakespearean stage with like the Colosseum kind of idea of everyone sitting on like steps. And I was like panicking, and we're only doing a run. It was just a rehearsal, but it was a dress run right at the start, and I don't know why. Right, don't ask me why. I have no idea. So anyway, I started crying, and I'm like, I can't do it. And people are like, you know your lines. Do you know everyone? Even if you're not an actor, you'll probably know. People go, oh, don't worry, you'll be fine. You know it. You'll be fine. Even school exam, you go, no, you're fine. You know it. When you absolutely don't. You know in your head, and you go, I know it. And they go, no, you do. You do. It's like going, oh, I look a mess today. No, you don't. You look awesome. You look beautiful. No, I don't. I don't look beautiful. No, I don't. I'm a realist. No. So people are going, that's me backstage. You know your lines. I know. And then they're like, you know your lines. And I'm like, I don't know my fucking lines. And so I start panicking, I'm starting crying and all this. And the next thing, boff, I wake up. But you would think that doesn't sound too bad. But see, when I woke up, I was in some state. I wasn't crying, obviously, but I was like panicking and panting, and like there was like sweat was running off me. It's pure panicking, and I'm like, what? And I still can't remember. I knew at the time what show it was, but I can't for the life of me remember now, right? And I wish I could because it would just finish off the story in my head. But honestly, like it's crazy what dreams can do to you. Honestly,
what was that? Sorry? It could be one from like maybe your Erskine theatre stuff.
It could have been actually. It could have been something from years ago. I don't even remember, but it would have been. It looked like a cool show. I hope I can remember because it'd be a cool one to put on at some point. I mean, I won't try this time. Aye, I know. But
I had a dream. It was do you all know Taika Waititi?
Yeah.
So one of my favourite directors, him and Edgar Wright, probably two favourite directors right now. And he was in Scotland. I don't know why. Don't ask. But I remember asking somebody like, what was happening, and he was like, "Oh, he's going to be filming Jojo Rabbit 2." And I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "Oh, I need to watch Jojo Rabbit 1." I'm like, "Oh," and then I just remember auditioning in front of him and a few people, and he asked me to do like certain accents, just say random stuff. They asked me to do a southern accent, and I done it, and it was dreadful. And in my head, I'm going, oh my god, that was so bad. I can see them all so disappointed. And then they asked me to do another 2 accents, and I can't remember what the accents were, but they were okay. And then they asked me to do a New Zealand accent, and I remember just copying Korg. So I'm like, yeah, you can't get into that, no. And then I had a chat with him. He's like, oh, that was really good. Like, I loved it. And then I'm so happy. I'm like, oh, I'm such a huge fan. Like, even if I don't get the part, I'm like, I still like, honestly, like, I wish you're doing amazing. And I just remember away really happy. I'm like, oh, I'm just met Taika Waititi, and I woke up so disappointed.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I was like, please, no.
You wake up, look at your ceiling, and you go, and that's it. You're just like life ruined.
Yeah, it was. It was a nightmare, really.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to specify. It's hard to specify between a dream and a nightmare when you know nothing's kind of really that scary happened, but it just disappoints you. Do you know what I mean? Disappointment's enough. Do you know what I mean?
I had a dream as well, actually, last night. Funnily enough, mine's just like short and sweet though, but mine's is still confusing as well. So in my dream, I was like standing in my living room, looking out into the main road. And you know how like whenever like a family member comes and you'll see them stop and you see them get out.
Yeah.
Well, I had like the exact same, except the person who got out was like Machine Gun Kelly, right? Don't ask me why, but he gets at the car and he starts like walking over to the house, like as a family member. So I always say walk out, and then I open up the door and I'm like saying, like, "Oh my god, like how are you? Oh, it's like so nice to meet you and all that." And he was always saying, "Oh, how's it going?" and all that. And then, "Oh, I've heard that you're like a big fan. I've brought you some merchandise." And I was like, "Oh yeah." So like he hands me like this like hoodie, this like MGK hoodie, and then he gives me like a wee bag, and in the wee bag is like hand sanitizer, like just the stuff that's right.
Shows your mind's tuned in to current events, Fraser.
It's like
indoors.
hand sanitizer and all that. He's like saying, just stay safe. And I was just like, "Oh, thank you very much." It was just so, so weird and bizarre.
He's not even a fan of it.
Doesn't even like him at all.
Hello.
I had a really weird dream last night. It was a dream that Fraser turned up to GTA on time.
Oh,
Oh, sick man.
Nah, I hadn't any dreams, man. So that's all I could think of.
Yeah, to give some background, we play a lot of GTA together.
Yeah,
too
so
much.
the caravan, and a little kind of thing about a caravan when I was younger. So
Right.
you all know what Williamsbury Caravan Park is, but it's a
Yeah.
caravan
It's
park. Go. And I went there once when I was younger with my mum, dad, and my cousin, older cousin. And basically, we'd been there a few days, and the toilet got blocked. And it wasn't like what's blocked the toilet. You could clearly see the last night's the excrement and blocking the whole thing. And we were so confused to the point where my dad was trying to find out who had blocked this. It turned out it was my cousin, and forcibly made my cousin. My dad was so angry. Forcibly made my cousin scoop it out.
Oh, damn!
And unclog it. Like it wasn't flushing. There was no other way other than to get something and to scoop this.
Why not just phone facility?
Yeah.
God.
Why not what?
Just like phone the facility centre and they'll send somebody out and unblock it.
At a time, innit? My dad probably need to do it himself.
Just a blind rage. Get your hands in there, son.
like beginners, still game.
The kind of number one
What's stood
rule
up to do that?
for like caravans is like only do a number 2 if it is an absolute emergency, because you're saving yourself a lot of time and effort.
Plus the walls in.
Exactly. Because if you stink that place out, then that's that place, this whole caravan gone.
I'm realising we're not having a full conversation about Duty. I mean, it's like that episode of the In-Betweeners where they're all in the caravan, they're like eating like
that is exactly what it's like.
Cold meat and salad or whatever they're eating, and then like, you know what I mean? And thing Jay's dad comes out the toilet, and you're just like, you're sitting there, you can literally smell it from where you're watching it. Do you know what I mean? It's horrible, you know.
The fact that you feel that you can taste it in the back of your throat, you're
like, I know. Oh man, it's so bad, so bad. What
happens in that episode of Still Game, doesn't it, as well? Basically, it gives Jack and Victor the go to their caravan. Who's is it? Naveed?
Yeah, it's David's. It's David's caravan.
Terrible with Still Game knowledge, unfortunately.
Oh, they go to a caravan. He basically tells them not to mess it up, but they start dropping like a few crumbs, and then it just ends up the whole thing's it's totaled by the end of it. Well, one of the worst, but.
So, what's one thing in this quarantine that's made you smile? What's one thing? We'll try and spread some positivity about the internet. So I don't think too hard now.
I'm thinking like, what can we actually say? Because obviously.
Do you know? I have to admit, I liked the round of applause the other night. It was lovely.
Yeah.
You know, round of applause. Was it Thursday night? Was it Thursday night? Terrible. My days are all blending into one, but it was really nice. Anyway, everyone at 8 o'clock going out into the street and we had a round of applause for the NHS workers. It was really nice.
my
There's fireworks going off in my bit and stuff as well, you know.
Yeah, my neighbour, like a 78-year-old woman, who just walked out of the door and down to the pavement. They were just standing for a good 3-4 minutes. Clapping.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice because the fact that you could audibly hear it round about. It wasn't people were just kind of standing at their doors, kind of wee clap. It was proper roaring. There's people banging pots and pans, and fireworks, and everything. It was really nice. It's really good. To me, at the end of the day, it's the least that the general public can do anyway for, to show their admiration, and thanks.
Well, I'm thankful for Gal Gadot's amazing video rendition of John Legend's famous song. Oh, anybody see that?
No.
John Lennon's Imagine, is that the one you're talking about? That makes me cringe at my face.
So pretentious.
Oh, it's horrible. Why not set up I don't know, a GoFundMe page to help out food banks or something, why a song,
I know, it's awful.
Well, see... Sorry, my connection's a wee bit crap, I think.
Yeah, I think we're all lagging a wee bit just now. So I don't know who's going to talk, and then we're all overlapping each other.
You just go first. You just go. I think it was.
I was done. I was done. What I was saying.
No, I'm good. I'll just finish.
All right. For the same sort of similar thing with the NHS, Clap. One of the ships, I can't remember its name, obviously because of where I stay. It was on the river and it was going past the hospital, and they were just giving them toots and saluting all the hospital workers.
That's nice, man.
Obviously, because we're in quarantine, I was still in bed, being a bit lazy, and I was just woken up to the sound of a ship. I was like, Jesus Christ. Because their horns are not quiet, and the fact it's not even half a mile from my house, it was loud.
He says it's dyslexic, so he went out of his house at 7.
Clapping for a good minute while nobody's clapping now.
Have you seen the tweet where somebody went out to walk their dog and they texted their sister thinking everyone was clapping for them?
Somebody doesn't use Facebook.
Well, it was something. I think I saw something. So I went to the shop to get a carrot or something, and everybody started clapping me. Honestly, mental.
Oh man, honestly, I just do what I find really bizarre. I know I said at the start of the podcast I wasn't going to talk about any of this, but it's kind of relevant. You know what I mean? Try and look at it in a kind of positive light at the same time. I can't understand the stupidity of some people, going to a beach. Do you know what I mean? In hordes, or going to a seafront or a park for a picnic in hordes, and I mean there's grandparents taking their young grandkids, but two vulnerable groups going together to a public place. It's just so bizarre to me. I don't understand the thought process with that.
When they're moving, barriers that the councils have put in place to stop people from going into different car parks. They'll just them and then park anyway.
Yes, I mean when this first kicked off, they shut Asda, one of the Asdas locally, and they put up cones, because obviously it's 24-hour Asda, so a lot of places in Britain have 24-hour Asdas. They put up cones, but people were obviously the service vehicles could get in, and people could get in to pick up workers and stuff that were leaving their shifts. So people had moved the cones for that reason. But instead of once they'd driven in, putting the cones back, they were putting the cones back, and other people were just driving in straight after them, and then trying to get into the store. And lo and behold, the doors were locked. And they're really angry, raging that the doors are shut. And I'm there was cones there. Do you know what I mean? Don't expect to get past the first set of cones, and then for somebody to go, oh well, you've put in the effort, so let me just let you into the shop and infect everybody. Do you know what I mean? It's so daft. Yeah, it's crazy what people will do when they're desperate. That's what I don't understand. It's crazy. But
also, stop panic buying, please.
I know, right?
Panic buying makes other people need to panic buy.
Exactly.
When's the next time there's going to be toilet roll in? Nobody knows. So I may as well buy as much as I can.
Exactly. It's so strange. Do you know, I've actually just lost sound on one side of my headset.
Your camera's frozen my screen, so see if I can.
Oh, right, I've got it back. I'm back. That's the only thing about this. Is the only thing about
doing it on phones.
Yeah, doing it on the phones and computers and stuff is So I mean, live obviously we can work out the bugs there and then, but with everyone else, it's always quite difficult. But yeah.
Also, I've lost a picture for you. Is anyone else?
I've got a picture for everyone at the moment.
Everyone else is frozen. Used to.
So I just hope for the sake of this that our audio is still coming through for the recording. I hope the audio is still coming through. Yeah, so see, there's one thing. Punching my tripod now. This is going really well, guys. Do you know one thing, right? And I probably made this clear at the time. It seemed we were playing Xbox together. And for everyone out there, we're all in the same Xbox group. We all play Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty and stuff. So if you're on Xbox One, put a comment down below with your gamer tag, and we'll add you, and we'll play some games, and get through this thing together. But see when we're playing the GTA races, no, not the GTA races, the races in GTA, because they're two very different things for anyone that plays. See those spirals? People build spirals out of signs. No, thank you. Honestly, I can't tell you how much I feckin' hate them, honestly.
People do that, or?
Yeah, one of them, absolutely. No, I get that it's exciting and stuff, but I cannot get past them for love nor money. That's probably just my lack of talent in the racing world, but
yeah, honestly. It may also be the fact that I refuse to use the car that's recommended every time.
This is true. Yeah. Is anybody else's car slowing down, getting up this hill? Yeah, no, because you didn't pick the recommended car that the track was built for.
That's very true. That's very true. Although to be fair, it was a slight incline and then it just stopped. I was like, cool.
Yeah. Oh, another pet hate as well. See those bars on the road that slows you down. You think you're going to go off a jump and it slows you right down. Hate them.
Oh, the slow down thing.
They make the fireworks sound, and then the red and white bars like slow you down to a stop. Oh, I hate them. Honestly. Sorry, Drew, you were going to say something there. Sorry, mate.
What else has been keeping everybody going during the quarantine? Anybody been watching anything, reading, drawing, playing? Anything?
I watched all the Clint Eastwood trilogies.
Old school ones.
So, yeah, the old school ones, because my dad used to watch
them. Good, bad, ugly.
Yeah, but see what I didn't realise? Nice. They're not all connected.
Yeah,
it's really confusing because it's obviously Clint Eastwood's the same character in every one, but they use the same actors, but just make them play different characters.
Okay.
The main guy in the first one, there's obviously, I won't tell you what happens, but in the first one is like a bad guy. Spoiler alert, he gets shot, right? He's dead. And then in the second one,
he gets shot. He's dead.
And then in the second one, his mates help him break out from prison, and I'm like that. Oh my god, he's alive! Like, how the hell did that happen? And then all of a sudden, he meets Clint Eastwood, and he's like, "All right, what's your name?" And that's when I soon realised that they're just different actors. They've done it twice, but apart from that, they're really good films. Second one's the best, but it's just entertainment, to be honest. You know, TV shows, games, you name it.
Yeah.
Just anything to keep the high spirits, really.
I know that's what it is, isn't it? It's like everyone has those moments, I think, where you're sitting and you're watching something. You can be like watching the most happy thing in the world, but then you just start to. And obviously, we all struggle with mental health in some way or another. But you just kind of drift into a wee state where you're just like, wow, this is actually happening. I can't see anybody. I can't go out the house. I can't, and that's the kind of main time where you need to phone somebody or go and talk to somebody. If you've got somebody in your house, if you're fortunate to have somebody in your house, go and talk to them and try and bring yourself out of that funk. Because I know I've been there myself recently, where you're just sitting and you just start thinking to yourself, wow, I can't just pop to the shops, grab a couple of beers and go around the guy's house. You know what I mean? Or phone my mate. We can all go to a comic book cafe. We can't just go there, and it's quite sad. It's quite disheartening, but so we need to keep going, don't we? But
just make those times better whenever they do come along again.
Sorry, say that again, mate. I completely missed that myself. Sorry. I know that.
Just make those times better whenever they do come along again.
Absolutely, definitely. That'd be good. That'd be really good.
Yeah. So I've been watching Vikings, which has been really good on season 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So good.
Yeah, really enjoying it. And obviously Disney Plus has just started, so
yeah,
going to start a few things on that.
I just got that today.
Yep.
Finally get
if I
to
can
start the
recommend
Mandalorian.
anything, yeah, Mandalorian's so good, so good.
Yeah, definitely.
If I can recommend anything on Disney Plus that I've watched so far, obviously all the classics are on there, like the classic movies and TV shows and all your Marvel and your National Geographic and all that. But I thoroughly enjoyed. There's only one episode. I think maybe the second episode out now. But I watched the Disney Imagineering kind of behind the magic kind of thing. So it's all about the engineers that made all the attractions and the lands themselves happen, which is it's so cool to see how it was all designed and made. You know, really, really cool.
Your background in that field as well is pretty cool.
Yeah, seeing things from an engineering perspective is pretty cool. You know, obviously I don't do that anymore, but I'll always be interested in it. You know,
I haven't watched anything yet, but I specifically watched the first minute of the first episode of the X-Men animated TV show just to get the nostalgia of listening to that theme tune again. The child in me was just.
It's not the same as like YouTubing the theme tune, is it? It's like watching the first minute of the episode.
genuinely, the first episode. I was like, so good. Honestly, I just felt like Recess and that as well. All the old Disney shows that I used to watch.
Yeah,
I love the Spider-Man show. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the first one, but I know I loved it.
Oh, the one I used to watch was the one with the Spider-Man was like the big jock guy. He was massive.
All right.
Oh,
Spider-Man. It's not.
I think that was what I watched as well. Yeah.
Yeah, watched it when I was younger. That was a good show.
Is that when the Green Goblin's kind of like got like a purple vest and like purple gloves? He's got like a pointy hat.
I think it might be.
And his grenades are like pumpkins.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. That's a classic Spider-Man. Yeah.
What? Is that not the Hobgoblin?
Hobgoblin was, I think he was blue, red, and yellow. He was a yellow body with a blue hood and red eyes or something. Something like that, wasn't it?
When obviously the first Spider-Man movie came out, like Green Goblin was the main villain. Yet I can't remember a lot of him in the TV show. I remember a lot of Craven and.
Craven, yes.
I liked Shockwave as well. He was good, especially in the games.
And Mysterio.
Mysterio was good.
Yeah.
I think. Did you guys hear that? Sorry, Fraser.
No, I was just gonna say, what's everyone's favourite Spider-Man villain then?
Spider-Man villain.
Oh, hard one. Hard question. Hard question.
Is this for movies or any media?
Just in general, everything. Because I'm kind of torn between Dr. Octopus or Rhino.
Oh, Dr. Octopus, yeah, Doc Ock.
Yeah, I like Dr. Octopus.
Yeah. I hated Rhino in the movie. Was it The Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah.
He was there for like 2 minutes. The
worst
Rhino and Spider-Man were horrible in the movies.
Yeah, they were going to think after that set up like a Sinister Six, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously it was so bad they didn't.
They could have done something if Andrew Garfield didn't get fired. So.
Did he get fired?
Well, yeah.
Well, it wasn't because of him. It was just the movies weren't performing, and they wanted to reboot it and they wanted to put it in the Marvel, so they had to recast it. Yeah, Doc Ock, Alfred Molina, and Spider-Man 2 is amazing.
Oh yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah. We can link this again. We can go full circle again.
Yeah. Alfred Molina played a character in a play called A Small Film Business. The character he played was Jack McCracken, played by our very own Lee Alexander Dyack.
Yay!
And you can listen to that play. It's a radio play. You can listen to that play. I think it's on YouTube. But it's a BBC radio play.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's Dr. Octopus.
Pretty cool. Full circle.
I think the guy who played, I play a character called Ken. I think the guy who played my character in that is he was in Game of Thrones. He was was one of the old guys in Game of Thrones. Never had a lot of lines.
One of the maesters.
Another shout out as well for you, Lee, is I can't remember his name, and it's shocking. The actor who played Dumbledore.
What, Michael Gambon, was it?
Yeah, he also played Jack McCracken as well.
Oh, really?
Did he? Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Found it out during the research.
I've said that play to. Nobody's ever heard of it yet. Like,
I know it's such a.
Played it.
It's such a. I know.
Such a deep cut of a play. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, so good. So good. I'd love to do one of his other ones, one of Alan Ayckbourn's other ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you hear that they're dropping Jason Momoa for Aquaman after the third movie? They're thinking they're going to bring in what they're doing is now, and see the TV show. I think it's called Young Justice. I don't know if it's an animated show. I'm not really sure. I've never looked into it. I don't watch any of the other DC stuff, but there's a young kid who is now the new Aquaman, because at the time where Young Justice is set, Aquaman has become King of Atlantis, kind of thing. Like, he's like the top of the tier, so he's not really Aquaman anymore. If that makes sense. So apparently after the third movie, you're going to drop Jason Momoa and pick up where this kid is now.
So I think they'll try anything to save that franchise, the whole DC.
Well, so his contract is like Aquaman 1, 2, and 3. Then
it seems like that. I don't know how accurate it is, but that's what it's looking like. People are doing like just concept art for.
There'll be a certain amount of movies, solo movies, and then just kind of joint movies.
Yeah, just in case that was including like Injustice as well. Justice League. Yeah. Exactly, or was it that?
Aquaman was the only movie that them I actually liked.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the guy's name. See the boy who plays Jango Fett? Played his dad. He was phenomenal actor, man.
All right,
really good. Can't remember his name. The Maori actor, isn't he? Kiwi guy.
Yeah, like Wonder Woman was okay, but
I thought it was awful. I felt sick during it, man. I really didn't enjoy it. I don't know why.
It's okay, but I don't think Gal Gadot. I don't think she's a good actress at all.
Yeah, I have to agree about that, to be honest.
I like the story behind it, but the execution was a bit poor, I think.
Yeah.
That's from my perspective.
I'd love to see an Emily Blunt do that, man. She would have been so good.
Yeah. There's so many actors that I would like to have seen. Like, you do your own castings before films come out. Like, I remember one that I really, really would love to have seen. See how like Deathstroke was obviously Joe Manganiello. Like, I called that before it even happened. Like as soon as Manu Bennett played Deathstroke and Arrow, I was like, right, who's a young guy, Polynesian kind of looking guy, big buff beard and all that. I was like, Joe Manganiello, it's got to be him. And it was, and I was like, it's one of the only things I've ever called properly. I just went, there's nobody else they're going to cast. But I would love to have seen somebody like, let's call him Ian Glenn. Like, is it Jorah from Game of Thrones? Yeah, he would have been awesome. Because I mean, if anyone's seen Lara Croft Tomb Raider, like, he was so good in that.
But who did he play in that? Was he the main bad guy?
It was him and Daniel Craig were a kind of duo in that. Daniel Craig was his kind of sidekick.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the reboot. Sorry.
All right, no, the original with Angelina Jolie. Really enjoyed that. I've not watched the new one just because I'm a bit sour when they remake things. I'm just like, even if it's good, I'm like,
Yeah. It's based on the game.
The remakes, I don't know.
The first one is that I think they've only made one, but I think it's really good. I enjoyed it.
Right, I may have a watch then.
The character's a really good actress.
Because you know who I thought it was originally when I saw the cover art for the new one? I thought it was Emily Blunt originally when I actually saw the picture. I know it's not, but it looks a bit like her. Yeah.
Do you see John Krasinski wants to make a Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I mean, they can't be any worse. They can't be any worse than what's been, man.
He's a really good director. So, like, anybody that's seen A Quiet Place, obviously. Him, and then if you got Emily Blunt to play Mrs. Fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be...
Yeah, because that's his wife, isn't it, in real life? They're married, aren't they? Yeah.
What else is Quiet Place 2? We've always got that to look forward to. But what else has John done? Is that the only thing he's done?
The Office. Come on.
Acting wise, that yeah. I don't know other. He's done other stuff that isn't as notable as The Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Summer 2020, Lara Croft 2, the remake.
I don't know if cinemas will be open again this year. To be honest, I think they might be closed for the rest of the year.
No, yeah. I think it's Universal. It's either Universal or Paramount that are doing straight to video on demand for some of their movies. I can't remember the movie that they're doing when it was supposed to be last week.
Yeah, I saw something this morning. Disney are thinking heavily about dropping. Was it Mulan and the new? What's the Scarlett Johansson Marvel?
Black Widow.
Black Widow and Mulan on streaming.
Alright.
You have to buy it or rent it, and then they'll drop it on Disney Plus.
Oh, right, okay.
That lose them so much money.
Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. But the thing is, I'm kind of liking what a lot of companies are doing for this. You know, like dropping free content. You know.
Yeah, Mulan will definitely be $1 billion because that's as soon as that hits Asia, that will.
Yeah. The only thing about that is, do you know the only thing that's going to lose it money? And I think Disney are taking a bit of a risk, but I think they can afford to take the risk is not making it a musical. You know.
Yeah.
One of Disney's most popular musicals, obviously being an Asian princess and really kind of breaking the mold for its time, especially like it's amazing. It's such a good film, and to not make it a musical seems like it's a bit of it's a bit rubbish, you know. But probably like a film, you know. Sorry.
The reason I think it will flop is simply because they don't have Eddie Murphy just sitting there in a Mushu hat. That's all I wanted for the live action remake.
Just not even mocap, not even motion capture. Just Eddie Murphy. just
Eddie Murphy. That's all I wanted, and it would have been.
I'd hate to see that, man. Do you know? Years ago, see when before the Dark Knight Rises came out, before they announced Bane was going to be a villain in it. I remember they originally said that Eddie Murphy was possibly going to play the Riddler. I would love to have seen that. I would love to have seen that. Honestly.
No, and apparently,
I guess give it this before, Drew, and you said it sounded horrible. I think it sounds amazing. I don't know. I just think
he's a great actor, but I don't know. I just don't see him in that role.
I
don't think that role really works. Sorry.
Philip Seymour Hoffman was apparently supposed to be Penguin as well.
Oh, that
would be so good.
Yeah.
Oh, if anybody can beat Danny DeVito as Penguin, it would be somebody like him.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the best ever. So underrated.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, I don't see the Riddler as actually working in an actual movie or. I don't know. It just
Jim Carrey was good.
Yeah, Jim Carrey was good at it.
But who was it directed that again? Was Hangman Tim Burton on it?
Batman Returns, wasn't it?
It was the one the.
Yeah.
But he made it really
that was Batman Forever. That was Batman Forever. That Lee Jones. That wasn't Tim Burton. It was Batman Returns, and that was the Penguin and Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer and
Batman and Robin is the one with the Riddler, isn't it?
No, that's Batman Forever's the one with the Riddler. It's got Batman and Robin was Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, and then Poison Ivy and the Riddler.
Poison Ivy, Bane. Riddler wasn't in that one.
With Joel Schumacher, but those movies were dead campy. Like, I don't think in this age of comic book movies it would work because people take it serious.
They kind of have a comic book movie these days. Like, that's something Marvel I think are still doing right. You know, whereas DC are getting it wrong. As DC are too grungy, it doesn't look like a comic book anymore. You know, whereas Marvel get the bright colours and all that really looks like a comic book. You know.
Yeah, but also taking it seriously, making serious stories rather than the old Batman movies where they were really campy and just caricatures.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Which I prefer, obviously.
I don't know about anybody else, but see the bit in Batman and Robin where I think it's Batman and Robin as when Robin's chasing, I can't remember what bad guy it is. I think it might be Mr. Freeze. He's chasing him and he goes to drive. He's on his motorcycle and he goes to drive off the statue over to the other building, and Batman like shuts his bike down remotely. See when he goes to make that jump. See every time, even now, I like, you get that shiver, and I'm like, oh, don't do it. I get that every time, even now when I watch it, I'm like, oh, don't do the jump. You know what I mean? Like,
you'll die this time.
You'll die. Stop it, Chris O'Donnell. You'll die. Sorry, no.
Speaking of that,
was that with George Clooney and the nipples?
Oh, the nipples.
Bat nips.
What about the Batman, the stunt rider failing in Glasgow?
I think that was part of it. Well. I think that was part of it, and if not, like, that's a shame for everyone. Because everyone that gets pissed out of it, like the guy actually that hurts. Like, you'll know as well, Nom, because we both ride bikes. It hurts when you come off your bike, man. You know what I mean? The guy that was on the stunt rider for Robert Pattinson was riding through the necropolis, like the big graveyard in Glasgow, filming the Batman, and it was really wet, and his wheels slide away from him, and he falls on his side, the whole bike and him go down, and it could be part of it.
You can't see him like slightly wee bit before it though.
Yeah,
he was a wee bit twitchy with his brakes, and then just wrecked it.
I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to him as Batman.
Oh, me too. Yeah, he's good. He's such a good actor. Like, he doesn't get enough credit. Like, people just think it's one of these things. Like the way Daniel Radcliffe got annoyed that he just was remembered for Harry Potter, and now obviously he's not. Robert Pattinson, people say he's only known for Twilight, which he is for a lot of people because they've not seen him in anything else. But he's such a talented actor. He's so good.
The movies that he's been amazing in are like indie films. He hasn't done these big, like really. I mean, The Lighthouse recently was like really acclaimed, which people were saying would get snubbed for the Oscars and stuff that had William Dafoe in it.
I've seen. What is it? Speaking of like
Good Time. Are you about to say Good Time, the movie?
It was Good Time as well, yeah, and also he was in The Rover as well, which many people have not seen probably because that was like an Australian film, but that's really good as well in that.
Then he's doing what actually you did mention Daniel Radcliffe. What Daniel Radcliffe done after Harry Potter, which trying to do as many kind of indie films, except I think Robert Pattinson's making better choices, and he's a better actor, much better actor than.
See, I'm quite torn between that because I like the two of them. I like Daniel Radcliffe's intensity.
Daniel Radcliffe's good. And he's willing to go far, but he's not anywhere near as good of an actor as Robert Pattinson is.
Fair enough. What's that new one Daniel Radcliffe's in? Is it called Guns Akimbo? Is that right?
Yeah, it's what it's called. It's like Guns Akimbo or just called Akimbo, but I know the one.
I kind of fancy that. Like, I just like this whole thing. It's almost like a video game. Like, he wakes up.
He's mental.
He wakes up and he's got pistols nailed to his hands. And he has to go out and he's got a mission of killing somebody. But see, when he's walking through the streets with these guns attached to his hands, nobody takes heed of it, nobody notices. So it's kind of like a video game, the way like in GTA you can walk through the street with like a rifle and nobody will notice. Do you know what I mean? It's so mental.
I've not seen anything about that at all yet.
It looks really good.
He did a film called Horns, which is quite good.
Yeah,
that was like his.
Heard about it.
That's quite good.
Yeah, that was him when he's been just doing weird stuff. I think he's still doing it then. Still doing just weird movies that not normal actors would do. Because he also done the Swiss Army Man or whatever it was where he played a dead guy.
Yeah.
Just get carried.
Yeah. Probably, I mean, I know that he speaks in it, but probably like a really chilled role, just lying there and just saying a few lines. You know what I mean?
Just having, is it Domhnall Gleeson that's in it as well?
Yeah.
Just having Domhnall Gleeson just carry you around. He's a great actor as well.
Imperium. Have you seen Imperium as well?
No, that's the one he plays an infiltrator. Plays infiltrator into like a Nazi organisation, isn't it?
Yeah, he goes undercover. Yeah, it's quite good, man.
Nice.
It's really It gives you like a flashbacks to like American History X sometimes.
That was a great film as well, to be fair.
It's a really good film.
Subject matter, a really good film.
Yeah.
I need to watch that. American History X.
It's really good. It's really intense. Like Edward Norton's fantastic in it. Eddie Furlong's fantastic. Ethan Suplee's fantastic in it.
Suplee, his transformation lately has been insane.
Oh wow! Yeah, have you all seen that?
He's not. He used to be so big.
Ethan Suplee, the guy, he's in the ranch. He plays the sheriff in the ranch, and he's in My Name Is Earl. There's Randy. Yeah.
Oh right.
Like heavy guy, he's lost like so much weight, but he's packed on the muscle.
Oh yeah, he was in Wolf of Wall Street.
He's built like he's so big, man, like massive.
Andrew's crush.
So different. So different.
You man crush?
Yeah, a little bit, man. Honestly, the transformation is insane.
Is it making you a bit Randy?
Very good, very good.
Terrible, I know, terrible. Thank you.
I literally do recognise him from the Wolf of Wall Street. That is the first thing that comes to me.
I remember that.
He's like one of the, I don't know, just his pals, and he goes mental with a baseball bat, and he always, he's quite good in that.
That's a fantastic film. That it's the bit. See, I mean, it's so well filmed. See, when obviously he thinks he leaves the. What do you call it? He leaves the country club and gets in his Lambo and tries to drive home.
Yeah.
And that bit, man, and then like you think he's doing it fine, then he comes back and he's actually like slabbering all over the place, and he's like falling down the stairs, like crawling to his car. It's the way he opens the scissor door with his leg, his foot.
Yeah, I don't think he was supposed to do that. I think I read something he wasn't supposed to do that, but he decided to just try it, and it just ended up lifting up in the air. It's such a good
scene. Those improvised moments are just wow, yeah.
I like the scene when they where they're going to go for like a business meeting in Sweden, and they decide to get like really fucked up, so they'll it's like a smooth flight, and then they have to like tie him down, and he wakes up. Jonah Hill's like telling him all the stuff that he did, and it just shows back. Oh, it's just so funny.
Oh, man. Just so you know, we're not condoning drug use or violence of any sort, but the movie is hilarious. If you've not seen it, go and watch it. It's so good. Shameless plug for the Wolf of Wall Street, man.
As if it needs any more acclaim than us.
If anything good comes out of this quarantine, we can all watch the movies that we've been meaning to watch for the last 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. I think the ones that I've still got to catch up on, I've got to catch up on The Walking Dead, but some idiot, I'll use that word, I'll use a light word, idiot on Instagram posted pictures of like screenshots of events as they're happening, if you know what I mean. So like somebody somebody being terminated from the program, somebody's character being terminated, and I'm like, ruined it for me.
Is that the themselves?
It probably could have been, and if it is, they're AMC or dicks.
They posted a video saying the character was the last episode. If that's the right character I'm thinking of.
I don't know, because I know a few depart.
The Walking Dead does that all the time.
I'm going to unfollow them, I think, unless I'm not following them at all.
Same thing that happened to me, but this is obviously like 3 seasons ago that it was posted on Instagram. That's how it got spoiled as well.
Yeah. I mean, I need to catch up on that. I'm going to, me and Drew have been talking for ages. We need to watch Derek, the Ricky Gervais
yeah, that's funny.
Pilkington show.
Amazing.
Aye. And there's just like, it's one of those shows like I couldn't really do it with anything else apart from that. Is watching YouTube montages of outtakes from the series and really honestly crying with laughter. Just watching people doing like.
I need to look up the actor. I need to know who the actor is.
Yeah, he's brilliant. His improvisational skills are intense. For anyone who doesn't know, improvisation is coming up with something on the spot, coming up with lines, coming up with a dialogue on the spot, movements to go with it, and just rolling with it and seeing where it goes. But see, improvising, especially with professional actors, and making them corpse, like break character, that's an achievement in itself. Do you know what I mean? That's an achievement in itself.
The amount he makes Ricky Gervais laugh And
that must be his life goals complete.
Honestly, the guy is so good.
I'd love if one day I made Ricky Gervais laugh. That'd be amazing. That'd be a dream.
Oh, me too. Yeah. Cause I think, see, when I watched like a clip from the actual show, and having watched like 4 or 5 outtakes from the same scene, watching that scene from the show in its entirety, like the one that made it into the program, and seeing everyone with deadpan faces, I'm like, I know how long that took you to film. Do you know what I mean? And it makes me laugh again. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, because he's just sitting there, and the guy's sitting there like slumped in his seat, and he's talking about like obviously like female genitalia. So he's just going, Beaver, Beaver, right? And when I'm watching that, I'm going, I know that everyone broke. Everyone, that whole room, all the residents of the care home, all of the carers, everybody broke in that scene. But in the one that made it to the TV show, obviously, they're deadpan. And I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? How you managed to get through that at all is beyond me, you know?
That just reminds me of Chris Pratt.
Oh, Chris Pratt. Oh, Parks and Rec. Oh,
Parks and Rec.
The Kim Kardashian.
Like Kardashian, I'm sure she.
By the way, anyone that's not seen any of those 2 shows, obviously I know I've not seen Derek yet, but watch Parks and Rec especially. It's hilarious.
That outtake, it's Aubrey Plaza's reaction as he does it, and she just slaps so hard and just like, stop it. She knows it's coming as she says.
Aye, because she like half stays in character as well. Everyone else breaks, and she half stays in character.
That is Aubrey Plaza though.
Yeah, no, definitely.
She's not in character. That's her.
She's that it's the fact that like, yeah, it's brilliant. Like Nick Offerman, like the fact that he's like Ron Swanson's like,
yeah,
and then you just see him like just piss himself laughing. It's so good, you know. Right, what do you guys think? Right, if you could pick like 2 underrated actors, and it can be unpopular opinions, but just I think about this all the time, right? Like just really underrated actors that people just don't talk about enough that are so good.
My first person that comes to mind is Jack O'Connell.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, brilliant actor. Yeah, definitely.
It's 2 people.
Do you know, I'm not a football fan, but I watched the movie he was in, and he played one of the Manchester United team members that was on the flight that crashed years ago.
Oh, music.
The Must Be Babes one.
Yeah, I watched that movie, and as I said, I'm not a football fan, but it really was quite emotional, you know. And he's phenomenal in it. He's absolutely phenomenal. I think they really paid homage to that, to everyone that unfortunately lost a life in that. I think they've done it really well, to convey the kind of the emotion of that tragedy. You know, it was incredible. Like Jack O'Connell was phenomenal in that. You know, and I think that's an amazing thing as well when you're an actor and you can make people that aren't into your subject watch it. Like there's a lot of Formula One movies coming out about the really heroic like drivers that have come out of some really bad things, and there's a lot of like I wouldn't usually be. I watch the Formula One a bit, but I wouldn't be inclined to watch a film about it. But seeing the performances actors are given, it entices you to watch it. You know. Who would your second one be, Fraser?
I don't know. I'm kind of stuck at the moment. I'm trying to think of somebody that's done an amazing job, but yet hasn't really.
Why not pick one male actor and one female actor then?
One male, one female actor.
Makes it a little bit more varied.
Well, now, surprise, I'm a big fan of James McAvoy, and a lot of people talk about him, but I don't think he gets the recognition in terms of awards that he should.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I think for Filth, he should have get nominated for an Academy Award, and he should have more recognition for X-Men: Days of Future Past. In my opinion, he's so good.
He should have got
X-Men movies yet.
He should have gotten something through like Glass or Split in any of those films.
Yeah, Split, I think he should have got at least more recognition than he did.
Especially in Wanted as well. He absolutely smashed it in Wanted, in my opinion.
Yeah. And that was his first American Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
Well, not Hollywood, but first American movie, because he'd done Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe before that. But when you people who are similar age and who have done a lot of similar movies, like Michael Fassbender, I think Michael Fassbender's phenomenal, but I think he's better than Michael Fassbender, and I don't think he gets the recognition that he deserves.
Yeah.
Which
Who would you say your second one is, Drew?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of actresses. Come back to me on that.
No worries.
I would normally Google because I cannot remember his name. It's Dame or Nothing.
To be able to help you out there.
It's we've spoken about him before. Another guy from the Skin series, Chris, the guy that plays Chris.
Oh, aye.
Joseph Dempsey.
Yeah.
Joseph Dempsey. That's it. He's amazing.
Phenomenal. Yeah, I've not seen him in much recently at all.
Really,
what happened to his character in Game of Thrones? Like, what happened to him? Like,
spoiler alert: the kid basically becomes the Lord of Dragonstone.
Yeah, I think it is.
Right.
The one where Stannis is at first. The one that's got the big table that looks like Westeros.
Oh, right, okay.
The one where basically they mine all the dragons glass. I'm pretty sure he becomes like Daenerys makes him the Lord of Dragonstone because that's the Baratheons, is it? Yeah. I can't remember now.
All I can remember is he gets sent away in a boat.
That's
what
I remember.
Yeah, that's what I remember going away as well.
And then obviously the few episode scenes. That's where he's in that as well.
No, I think spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen. I don't know. I know at the end of the show, Aya basically goes to sail. I think east, is it, or west, where nobody's ever went before. And I don't know if he joins her. I'm not sure. Can't remember. The last season was awful. I don't want to remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a very forgetful end to what was an amazing show.
Yeah, I lost interest towards the end. I had my two there, and I can't remember now because. Yeah,
I have my second person, the female. Florence.
Oh, Florence Pugh.
Aye, her.
She's phenomenal.
Good.
Exactly, she's good because I didn't recognise her in like the first. It wasn't the first thing I seen her in because I didn't recognise her in the other films. But like Midsummer was like the first time that I actually started to recognise her, and she was amazing in that. And then she was I don't know if you've seen The Outlaw King on Netflix. She plays Bruce's wife.
That's very good.
I Drew, tell us that wee ditty after Fraser's finished.
Oh no, I was kind of, and she's in a new Black Widow film as well.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Nice.
She just got nominated for an Oscar as well for Little Women.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, Outlaw King on Netflix about the Scottish King Robert the Bruce. I could have been in that. I went to. It wasn't really an audition thing. It was like hundreds of people went over like a few days. I was in line for like 2 hours to get measurements taken and pictures took, and then I got contacted like a few months after about. There's a position you can play. You play a monk. You'll have to shave bald. Blah 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 blah. And I couldn't do it because that week that they contacted me, that they wanted me to work, I was moving house, and I had to do a flip, which was a shame.
I think secretly at the time, Drew was just in denial and didn't want to shave his head.
Yeah.
So
that was in the back of my head as well, but also I also genuinely was moving.
Yeah. It's ironic now that he's like a sexy bald man. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's ironic.
Going for the Tyson Fury look.
Yeah.
Sorry, in case you guys wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to unscrew the handle on my tripod because I keep bumping it and it keeps moving my camera. So just
honestly,
I watched a video on this call about an hour ago.
Lee, see, for me, you've been frozen for the past hour now.
Really, Gnome's the only one that's frozen for me, so I'm hoping that this all picks up in the recording, or you're going to be watching a very, very strange video,
Just put it
oh,
there you go, you're moving.
And there's no picture for Lee and Fraser.
Oh, I've got no picture for Lee. Everyone else is fine for me.
That's one thing I'm going to try and get when this quarantine's over, is get a new tripod. I need to get a new tripod. This one's falling to bits. It's held together with tape.
Right, my underrated actress, I think, is going to be
Yes.
Lena Headey. Coming from.
Would you say she's underrated?
Yes, I think she should have broke into movies much more than she has.
Wait, who's this?
Lena Headey. She plays
Cersei Lannister.
Cersei, and she plays Florence Pugh's mum in the
Fighting with My Family. I love that movie. What a movie that was, man.
Some of the best scenes in Game of Thrones are where they're just talking. Like, she's just talking to Tyrion. And
she's so intense. So intense.
She matches Charles Dance. She matched Sean Bean. She matched Peter Dinklage in every scene. She's so good.
I would say that she's actually better than Charles Dance in some of her scenes, but she's better than Sean Bean anyway, I think, personally.
Well, I would disagree with that. I think Sean Bean
dies and everything like every 2 minutes.
He's so good of an actor. He's like, who are we going to get to die? That guy's really good at dying.
It's the same with him and Billy Connolly. Everything they're in, they die immediately.
See, the fact, Sean Bean, actually, the first time I seen him and he died, it was a GoldenEye. Is it GoldenEye?
Yeah.
Falls off the water tower or something, man. I think it's pushed.
No, I think she's phenomenal. She hasn't been in a lot of movies, which a lot of critically acclaimed, which is disappointing. She was in one of the Purge movies.
Right. Who's this, Lena Headey? Sorry, we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm done. So, anybody else?
I don't know. I mean, have you got anyone, Mum?
No, not anyone that I can think of. Like, people that I would have said have already been said.
Right. I'm trying to think. I had to, and I can't mind because I'm honestly, I latch onto conversations and then I forget what I'm going to say. Because I get right in it. I get invested. I do love. It's gone again. Oh man, I'm really bad at this.
Fraser's left.
Fraser's left. I'm trying to add him back in. If I can.
He's abandoned us.
I hope the recording doesn't stop here if I add him in, but I'll try. Okay, guys.
It still says it's recording. Aye.
Cool. Right, I'll try and add Fraser in so you can get back in here. Oh, sorry?
An hour and 21 minutes.
Aye. Oh, your face is froze again, Lee.
Alright. I've only got 1 hour 7.
You've only got 1 hour 7?
Yeah. Strange.
Aye, Marco said it's been going 1 hour and 27. No, it's the call was going on before we started recording. Mind.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, back on track. Hopefully Fraser will rejoin soon. Hopefully everything's okay there. Obviously, it's obviously quite unpredictable what can happen on these because obviously we're all doing it over mobile data and Wi-Fi and stuff that signals can drop and stuff. So we'll try and get everything back on track as quick as we can. But I'll try and remember what I was going to say in the meantime. The first thing I'd actually seen Florence Pugh in was actually, it must have been the Outlaw King, and I just didn't know it was her. But then the first thing I was aware she was in was Fighting with My Family, which was an incredible movie. Obviously, I enjoy WWE, so that was a really good thing to watch.
Yeah, the Outlaw King was, I think, one of the first things like she really broke out in. I hadn't heard of her before, and then Fighting My Family, Midsummer, she's been amazing. I think 2019 was a big year for her.
Yeah. Fraser's still calling, it says, but he's not reacted yet, so I'm not sure. I like I'm going to butcher her name here, I think, but Kaya Scodelario.
Oh yeah, yep.
Welcome back, Fraser.
Yeah, my laptop is completely frozen and it's not turned off, so I have no idea what's happened.
No worries, man.
Oh, the laptop that you got bought for you, eh? The special laptop.
Yeah, a special laptop for special boys.
But yeah, Kaya Scodelario, she's excellent. She should be in more. I think she's pretty underrated. I really enjoy her work, and I think for a guy, I would say See, I've got a few that I like. I like what do you call him? Chris O'Dowd. I love Chris O'Dowd. I don't think he's in enough. I enjoyed. Obviously, I loved the IT Crowd. If any of you guys haven't watched the IT Crowd, obviously not you three guys, but if any of you guys out there haven't watched the IT Crowd, watch it. That's a really good pick me up TV show. It's just really light-hearted comedy. It's really good fun. A feel good show. And there's some kind of close to the bone stuff that's really quite funny as well. Basically, I felt, I don't know about you guys, but I felt that show helped me laugh at things that I probably wouldn't have laughed at. And I don't mean inappropriate things, I just mean things that I probably would have thought, I don't know if you can laugh at that. But it's funny, if you know what I mean. Like stuff that people wouldn't mind you laughing at kind of thing, if you know what I mean. That's very vague, but it's a kind of edgy show. It's good though. I've lost signal with Gnome. You still here, Gnome?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Smashing. But no, Chris O'Dowd, he was good in Bridesmaids. I really enjoyed him in Bridesmaids. He was excellent in that. And I saw him in something else recently. Another Hollywood movie, and I can't remember what it was, and it was really good.
Oh, Chris O'Dowd, yeah, he's in quite a few now.
He played an American in one of them, you know? Because obviously I know he played an Irish, he obviously still played an Irishman as he is in Bridesmaids, but...
I'm just trying to think. Because I know he's in that programme where he's like a ghost to a little boy or something like that.
Who is this? Sixth Sense. Chris O'Dowd. I'm trying to think what else. But he should be in more anyway, that's what I'll say.
I'm still stuck on it.
Was he in Into the Woods? I've not seen it. No, with Meryl Streep in that, the musical. Was he in that?
Actually, yeah.
I remember there being a British actor in that, unless it was James Corden, so I'm sure he was in something like that as well.
Yeah, James Corden was in it.
It was very disappointing, that movie.
Was it?
Yeah. It was one of those ones, like, because obviously got Cineworld card, went in, seen it, and I was just like, I wouldn't have paid for that.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't Cats.
Oh my God,
Cats.
Let's just not even talk about that. That's enough said. No.
All I'm going to say is, see if you're I suppose he probably signed off on it. Both of him, Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber signed off on it. But if you're a fan of the original Andrew Lloyd Webber show, don't watch the movie. Like, I can't believe what they done with that. I don't like the whole CGI thing. The idea behind the whole, I know we said we wouldn't talk about it, but I feel quite passionate about it. The whole idea of the thing was that it was like ballet dancers in the kind of unitards with the fur leg warmers and the cat makeup, and everyone done their own makeup, you know, like in their dressing rooms, done their own makeup and all. It was really classy. It was really pretty, and then just stick a green suit on somebody. Do you know what I mean? And then stick a kind of half-arsed makeup job on them, and do you know what I mean? CGI the rest. It's horrible. And I just think casting a young actress, like casting Jennifer Hudson as Grisabella, I'd not seen the film, so I don't know how it progresses, but casting her as an old cat doesn't make any sense to me. But then making, is it Dame Judi Dench, making her Jenny Anydots, I believe she was, who is a younger cat, doesn't make any sense to me. Switch the roles if you want to. Put a younger person as the young cat and an older person as the older cat, because that was the whole idea of it. I know Elaine Page was younger when she done the original stage show, but they done her up to look old. And from what I've seen from the promos of Cats, Jennifer Hudson doesn't look old. But if you want to give me more information on this, please comment down below and let me know what you think, because I don't like the whole idea of it personally. Same as I didn't like when they done with I don't know if you've seen the original stage show of Cats, Rum Tum Tuggers, like a kind of really kind of campy, kind of metrosexual biker type, and then they changed it recently to kind of be more contemporary, and they've made him a rapper. So his kind of I don't know, kind of sexy rock swing number has been made a rap song, and I think it's horrible. It takes away from the character. They've changed the whole element of the show, my favourite element of the show. I don't understand why you would change something that's basically timeless, you know. I think they tried to rectify it in the film as far as I've heard, but it wasn't done very well at all. But But it kind of hurts me that Andrew Lloyd Webber's probably signed off on that. You know, that hurts me a wee bit.
He's probably signed off on it and then changed it, I'm guessing, like, because there's no way that he would actually have signed off on that as a movie.
Well, then there'd be a lawsuit, and I've not heard of anything, so I'm assuming he did allow it.
I don't think he cares as long as he gets the money that he was owed.
That'll be what it is now, because they already put the show the original way he intended. It's like one of those things, it's like you see, Jenny, you know the band Simple Plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a really kind of good up-and-coming, like, pop punk, not pop punk, punk, what's the fucking what the phrase I'm looking for? Pop punk, that's what I was meant to say. Pop punk band. Pop punk. Then pop punk band years ago, but they were obviously more pop than punk, obviously. But they were different, they were alternative. And then they released a song, I think it was something about summer, and it was with Flowrider, or one of those kind of big pop stars. And I just thought, what are you doing? Like, you have sold out on the largest scale, but it's the same kind of thing. I think they're just kind of went, right, we've done our own thing. Now we're being offered money because we're a dying breed. You know, we're an alternative genre of music. We'll just kind of go with the flow, and that's kind of crap, if you ask me. You know, well, obviously Nickelback are the kind of the kings of selling out, but at the same time, they kind of were always that style, so you can't really hate them for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I always say people hate Nickelback. I don't particularly like them. I like a couple of their songs, but they were kind of like, they were always the way that they are now. You know, like if you think right back to like This Is How You Remind Me, that was still a pop song. That was still in the charts.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So you can't really hate them for being what they always were. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's like the same people that hate Avril Lavigne for like the song Girlfriend and things like that.
Yeah. She always was like that. Do you know what I mean? That was always her kind of bubblegum pop punk thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I like it. Like it's fine. You know. They're married, aren't they? Avril Lavigne and Chad Kroeger, the lead singer of Nickelback. They're married, aren't they?
Aye.
But no, a song I really like, and it's not Nickelback, but it's Chad Kroeger, the lead singer. It's him and Josie Scott from Saliva, and they do the Hero, you know, from the Spider-Man, from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That's a really good song. You know, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. In my opinion, the worst Spider-Man. I know that's a really unpopular opinion, but I hated the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
It's pizza.
Oh, sorry?
I was just saying it's pizza time, because that's literally all I can remember from the movies. It's pizza time, and when he catches everything on the tray.
Oh, the tray, that was a good song.
Which I can remember because he actually done that.
In fact, do you know, actually, what I was going to say to you guys, I completely forgot about, was see, what's a time, has there ever been a time where you've been sitting in the cinema or sitting at home watching a film or a TV show, and you have, like, do you know, obviously, like, people, this is a thing I find funny, right, is, obviously, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I'll try and remember what I was going to say after I've finished. You know what I'm like. See, when people talk about LARPing and stuff like that, like live action role playing, if you've seen role models, like the whole, like, the boy who plays McLovin, I keep forgetting his name. Somebody help me out.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Yeah, thank you. When they're him and Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd and all that are LARPing, they've got the foam swords and all that. Like, that's really good fun. And but can you imagine? Like, there's a lot of people that watch Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and stuff, all the kind of fantasy things with the battles and all that. But then they see somebody LARPing and they'll go, "Oh, you're a geek, you're a gimp, do you know what I mean? You're playing with toy swords." But can you imagine that all that is to somebody that LARPs? I've LARPed before myself, and I'm an actor, and you guys are actors as well. Like, you're in it. You're basically watching a film, but live. You're in it. It's the same as wrestling. People think, "Oh, it's kid on." Yeah, maybe fake, but it's like watching a TV show or a movie in real life. You're either in it or you're watching it in real life. Do you know what I mean? So it just adds to it. I think it's just a movie, but better. You know, that's why I kind of hate when people are like judging it. People judge the arts, and I'm like, nobody in the world of all time can say they've sat and watched a TV show or a movie and not been invested in it in some way. Not believed
but what's
it.
Everybody relying on now to get them through this quarantine?
100%, yeah.
TV shows, like, movies, music.
Even down to music that puts you, when you put on hold with the bank, you can put on hold, there's music. When you're in an elevator, there's music. When you're sitting on a plane, there's movies. There's things that get you through. It's literally the arts that are getting people through this, and this is what, obviously, it hurts a lot of us because we can't work just now. We can't study what we love to do and what we're aiming towards as a career because of all this. You know, this is why I'm obviously another reason we're doing this because we all get a wee outlet in some way to talk about what we enjoy, you know, and kind of bring joy to other people if we can in the process, because that's what we're all about, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? No matter what you do in life, because obviously even yourself, Noam, doing your job, you bring people joy every day. You bring people entertainment, happiness. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? No matter what you do, you bring people joy, and that's what it's all about.
You working in like sort of retail. It is an act essentially that you put on for customers.
Oh, absolutely, because you need to keep people happy, don't you?
You've got to get people invested in what you're selling as well.
Yeah.
So there is obviously like an act that you put on, like the wee fake smile and retail voice or like phone voice and things like that. So people act without even realising that they're actually doing it.
Yeah, especially when you're getting spoken down to. That's always the worst. I worked in retail myself. When you're getting spoken down to, that's when I used to put on the act. I was like, oh yes, of course, no worries, yep. But inside you're going, oh, you dick. You know what I mean? Get out of my shop.
Especially working in a city centre where you get insubordinates is a nice way to put it.
Yeah, especially it's like somebody's like, I've just spent £300 and I'm in here and I'm trying to get this and you're not helping me, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you're having a good day until you spoke to me when I'm in work all day. No way.
Exactly.
It's we've all worked in retail, do you know what I mean? And we all know what it's like. It's I mean, there's always good points to it and bad points, but it's all about entertaining people at the end of the day in some form or another. But no, I'm trying to remember my original point. No, I said I was going to go off at a tangent. I did, and now I can't remember my original point.
I think saying cinema, have you ever been? And then stop.
Have you ever been sitting? Thank you, Drew. Have you ever been sitting watching something in the cinema or at home on the TV or whatever, and you have like wholeheartedly, emotionally invested in it to the point where something happens and you like stand up and shout at the telly or scream or get upset or something? What is the main one that you can remember, or one of the main ones? And spoiler alert, there will be spoilers ahead. So,
probably what we were just talking about, Game of Thrones, the final season. Where I genuinely stood up and just like, F this, honestly, I can't be bothered. This is awful. I'm in pain. This is hurting me watching this.
Especially because of where we are. We'd stay up till like 2, 3 in the morning trying to watch it.
Yeah.
Like as it came out, so it wouldn't get spoiled, and you'd be like, I've just wasted my life here.
Yeah.
Watching this list. You're just like, what's the point? I also had that with Lost. Like, nah, man, that annoyed me. That ending, even though we were a lot younger when that came out, that still annoyed me. That program.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I got, again, that was another thing I got spoiled for me. So I just never bothered watching it. That can always hurt you as well. I think seeing somebody spoil something for you, it obviously really angers you at the time, but it can put you off watching something, you know. Because obviously you all know Smurf. You all know my partner Smurf. She hadn't watched like a load of the the Infinity Saga. Right. And recently, obviously, like she worked in at the time she worked in a hotel, so it was originally she was like staff that had to be in. She was essential staff at one point until they shut, and she would watch films on her breaks and stuff like that. And she was watching. She skipped all of these films, skipped like Black Panther, the 2 Ant-Man films, Doctor Strange, everything, and went straight to Infinity War and watched Infinity War. And I was like, she told me, and I was just like, you've like missed so much backstory. Like, if you go back and watch them, it won't be the same now because you know what happens to people. Do you know what I mean? And she's like, oh, I'm going to watch Endgame tonight. And I'm like, no, don't go back and watch the other things first. I was like, please, for the love of God.
That's on a callback, that's an actor, Chadwick Boseman.
What an actor, man. Oh, absolutely.
What? I know I've already said this, so if you know, don't mention it. But no, what age would you say he is?
Oh, God. I remember finding this out and now I've completely blanked. Was he not like early 30s or something silly?
Nope, even sillier. He's like 40.
Oh,
he looks good for his age, man, so he does. He looks really good for his age.
Yeah, he's 42 years of age.
Jeez, oh man. Jeez,
does not look it at all, man. He looks like 10 years younger than he actually is.
And also, like, some people might take offence to this, but he has the whitest name ever.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah, he kind of does. There's a really southern white name.
Yeah.
What would right? So, Noam, what would you say? One of your like defining emotional like investments was when you shouted at your telly or screamed or stood up or whatever.
Other than like Lost in Game of Thrones,
Oh, sorry, I forgot you said Lost already. Sorry.
I'm just trying to think. So, go on to Fraser. Find out what Fraser hates.
Fraser, what made you react?
The first thing that comes to mind when I watched 28 Weeks Later for the first time, you know how the first 5 minutes is him like running across the field towards the boat. Yeah, I started screaming like "Go, go, go" or something like that, or like get in or something like that. I don't know. It's just really
Get to the chopper.
It's really intense, man.
Nice one.
So another Game of Thrones one is Zigzag when you're running from the arrows, man. Come on.
Oh yeah.
What film's that?
No, it's from Game of Thrones. It's one of the episodes.
Oh, right. Because that also happens in Apocalypto as well.
All right.
I don't know if you've seen that Mel Gibson
stuff. That's one I've never seen, but I've always actually wanted to watch it. So I might
it's a good film, by the way. That's another film that we'll probably scream at as well.
Oh, Anger Management. That's the name of the movie.
What a movie! What bit? One of my favourites, man.
All of it. Just all of it.
All of it.
Me and the missus sat there and we were just... It was just emotionally investing, like, anger.
See the bit where Jack Nicholson tells him that he's been... Have you both seen it? Drew and Fraser, have you both seen it?
Yeah, Adam Sandler, isn't it?
But you can spoil it, I don't mind.
It's not really. I won't spoil the ending because the ending's tremendous. I wasn't expecting that, but there's a bit in it, right, where Jack Nicholson he tells Adam Sandler that he's dating his girlfriend. That he's convinced her just to break up with him, and Jack Nicholson starts dating her. And oh man, it's when Adam Sandler finds that out, man, he kicks the shit out of him. Like, it's so funny because it's the comic timing of the two of them together is incredible. I'd love to see them in something else together. I just want to see Jack Nicholson on the big screen again. Like that guy is one of my favourite actors of all time. Like he's so good. Hence the reason I chose The Shining recently for a college project. I thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you to Drew and his lovely girlfriend for accompanying me that day. That was great fun.
That was good.
Yeah. We had to pick a character and create a solo movement piece, which is like contemporary dance almost. It's not. My lecturer will hate me for saying that. A movement piece to music with lights, as much lights as we could, because obviously we couldn't be in the college. We had to film from home, or in our case, we filmed from a local social club. We had to create a cat. We had to get a character from a piece of text. I chose Jack Torrance from The Shining. Drew chose Renton from Trainspotting, and Drew's girlfriend chose Isaac from Children of the Corn. So we all filmed them and done the music and all that kind of stuff. It was really, really cool. And they would become those characters was pretty fun as well, you know. Fraser, you done Pennywise, didn't you, from it?
Yep, correct. Pennywise, yeah.
Anyways.
Noam, what would you have done if you had to have done one of them? What would you have done? What character would you have chosen from a text to convey through movement?
Romeo and Juliet.
I think we should do that now. I think that should be a video we do, is like helping Noam do a solo movement piece.
You'd be screwed. I only done 1 year apace when I was younger, so you should all be screwed.
As soon as the apocalypse is over, we'll just meet up once a week, and we'll help Noam make a movement.
We'll tutor Noam in movement.
We need to teach him the band's theory of dynamics.
Yes.
Miming.
We'll teach him a wee bit of a still voice, a bit of Jacques Lecoq.
Yeah, we better.
I'm going to do a movement for 5 minutes. I'm going to do a piece where I disappear for 2 minutes. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. But basically, I think a moment that made me like, I was in floods of tears. I was only a wee guy. It was when I was really, really young. And I say that to cover up the fact that I don't cry now, but I do. No, years ago, I was really wee, and I was watching Rocky, where obviously he fights Apollo Creed, and then later film he teams up with him, and Apollo Creed, I can't remember his name, Carl
Weathers,
thank you. Carl Weathers then ends up fighting Ivan Drago, who's played by Dolph Lundgren. And spoiler alert, Ivan Drago actually kills Apollo Creed, punching him to death. I know, but do you know the way like Apollo Creed like collapses on the canvas, covered in blood with the swollen face and all that, and I was like, oh man, that's gut. He's just beat him. But then the next scene, it flashes like that to Apollo Creed's funeral, right? And I was sitting there as a wee kid, fully invested in this fight that was going on because I was right on Apollo Creed's side because he had made this big friendship with Rocky Balboa and stuff, and I was right into it. And then as soon as it comes on to the funeral, man, honestly, I was inconsolable, and like so much so I was grieving so much. I was sitting in the living room that my mum and dad both came in and were like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, like crying, like tears running. And like honestly, I've never been so sad, but it was horrible. And obviously, there's bits in movies and TV shows now where I get a wee lump in my throat or a wee tear comes. I've never been one to cry at kids' films. You know, like people always talk about like Disney films like Toy Story and all those kind of Up and all that kind of thing. I never cried at any of them. I don't know why. I think it's maybe because it's animated. I can still get emotionally invested in them. You know,
I cried. That's like the first.
I got upset at that. I didn't cry, but I got upset.
I really cried at that.
I don't know. Obviously, whoever watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, there's an episode where there's a robbery and everyone kind of thinks about their life in their head, their life flashes before their eyes kind of thing, or their future flashes before their eyes because they think they're going to die in this robbery. And Charlie, if anyone doesn't know, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, is a bit of a moron. So when his comes up, when his kind of future flashes up in his head, his whole life flashes before his eyes. It's a cartoon and it's Disney styled, and he does the Up story, but with him and the waitress he stalks in his head. And I was more upset at that than I was at Up. It's so satirical. It's such a joke, but it's so funny. I think the ones I can remember recently, obviously, again, if you're a Marvel fan and you haven't seen these movies, shame on you for a start, but I'm going to spoil them. I'm assuming everyone in this group has all seen Infinity War and Endgame, yeah?
Yeah.
Just to double check. Yeah, nice one. So in Infinity, I believe it's Infinity War. Maybe it's Endgame as well. Endgame, not as Endgame, where you see Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, flying through the air, and Captain America turns and catches it. Oh man, yeah. I honestly stood up in the cinema and was like screaming. Like I remember, I was there with who was all there? It was me.
You were there with me. You were like, yes, woo! I'm like, oh my god, shut up.
Yeah. It was me, Drew, Fraser, and our friend Vicky, and we were sitting there. And I remember as soon as he caught the hammer, I went, oh my god, he's worthy, he's worthy. Yeah, and they were all like, oh, for fuck's sake. But it was you know who it was in particular? It was this girl that was sitting to my right hand side. And she just looked at me and was like, as if, are you serious? And I thought, how dare you? I've waited a long time for this film. You're only like 12. Shut up. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you're like 12.
I'm an adult and I'm a geek. Leave me alone. But there was that, and then obviously the finale to Endgame where Tony Stark died. That was just. Oh man, back in the cinema, you know, that was horrible. It was more the bit where, when I knew he died, that was pretty horrible, but it was the bit where Pepper just tells him, you'll be okay, just relax, and then he just goes, man, I was like, nah, I'm done, man, I'm done. It's one of those ones you come out of the cinema and you're like panting, you're like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm fucked from tired, you know.
So drained.
I'm so emotionally drained. Yeah.
Bed. People like, pub? I'm like, no bed. Need my bed.
But like Captain America, like with the hammer, he was always worthy. But like, see when he almost and it wobbled, that's because he he got too cocky with it, he would have picked it up there. That's the whole sort of.
Do you know what I think? I think he did. He knew he was going to pick it up at that point. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
And he knew he was going to pick it up, but he didn't, because he didn't want to hurt Thor's feelings, kind of thing. He didn't want Thor to know he was worthy. That's what I think. He just kind of laughs, and then Thor's like, "Ha ha."
The bit where Captain America goes obviously back in time and starts makes a life with Peggy. That was a bit emotional. I like that.
Yeah. That was very.
It was. I still hate the fact that they've switched the timeline around to the comics, because obviously I don't know whoever reads the comics, and you guys out there will know that Bucky goes from being the Winter Soldier and becomes Captain America before Falcon does. Falcon is the current Captain America, but I feel that because Falcon's kept his wings and stuff, he's just Falcon wearing a Captain America, Do you know what I mean? He's not Captain America. If he ditched the wings and got like a proper, got into the kind of, I don't know, the aesthetic of Captain America, I'd be with it. But Bucky is meant to become Captain America. Steve Rogers is actually meant to die, I'm sure. And then Bucky goes away and does his own thing, and then Falcon becomes Captain America. But to me, they made Falcon Captain America straight off the bat in the MCU. I was a bit gutting because I felt like his oldest friend should have been Captain America first, the way it is in the comics. Do you know what I mean? That would have made more sense to me. And then for Bucky to pass it over to Falcon, you know.
It did seem like at the end of that, obviously, like Bucky knew what was happening, so maybe they discussed it previously and something
maybe
like that. They didn't.
Yeah, I do love Anthony Mackie. He's fantastic. He's really good. Yeah. I do enjoy him as an actor. He's really good. I loved him in Pain and Gain. If any of you have seen it, I really enjoyed that movie. I know. I don't. You liked it, did you, Drew?
It's okay. It's just a bit boring.
I don't know. I love The Rock. I think The Rock's hilarious, man. Like him in Central. Have you seen Central Intelligence with him and Kevin Hart?
That's quite good. That was quite funny.
He wears the agent. He wears the fanny pack and the unicorn t-shirt. I keep saying I'm going to get one of those t-shirts for the gym, man. Like the unicorn t-shirt. Always be true to yourself, or whatever it says on it. You know, believe in yourself, or whatever. Like, aye.
See, the reason that I like that more, not like more, but the reason it stands out from his other roles is because he's not his own macho self. Like, he's a strong guy, but inside he's still like, you know, he's still like easily hurtful and all that, and he's still like, you know, unicorns and all that is what I liked about it.
It's so funny, man. It's so funny. Sorry, Fraser, did you say the moment that you jumped up? I'm honestly, I'm away in our world tonight. You said, didn't you?
I know, I mentioned it. It was 20.
You did, sorry. So it was, yeah, absolutely. They'd run into the boat.
But
I'm sorry. I was
going to say, see this Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's going to be a TV show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it going to be like straight to like Disney Plus?
Yeah.
It could be one of those things. Fair enough.
A lot of them are. Like WandaVision. Aye.
Loki. I'm looking forward to Loki. I can't wait for that. More Tom
Hiddleston is the best at Loki.
Yeah. His dad's from Greenock. FYI.
What's that, sorry?
His dad's from Greenock.
Oh, that's true.
Tom Hiddleston's.
Nice.
Really cool.
He seems to have turned out right, so that's alright, I suppose.
Oh.
Don't know how he's done that one though. Or maybe it's all an act.
It's actually, you can't be Greenock. It's like when they go. It's like the interview when they go to North Korea.
Yeah.
We're just acting like we're full of jakies. We're not actually.
They're fake shop fronts and stuff. That was a good movie, man. That was a good movie. I could completely understand why that was banned in certain countries, though. It was so like, it's a massive piss take. Movie. It was brilliant.
Well, no, Sony get hacked and all that.
That just reminds me of another movie that got banned, and I don't know, another tangent, another actor, Riz Ahmed. He's Riz very Ahmed. Good. Yeah.
I don't recognise the name.
He's in Rogue One, the guy.
Oh, yep. What else was he in? He was in something else and he was quite big in. Was that a TV show?
Yeah.
Four Lions.
Yeah, Four Lions is the movie I'm talking
about.
Oh,
like, yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's
Rubber Dinghy Rabbit, bro.
Bro.
Love it, man. Oh, such a good movie.
I know, it's so
Jack
good.
McCracken's in that as well.
Yeah. So is Benedict Cumberbatch as well.
Yeah, he plays the cop.
Mm-hmm. And Kayvan Novak as well. He's in it. Who else is in it? God. Quite a lot of people in that are very famous.
Did you watch any foreign films?
I watched a foreign film. It's on Netflix. It's called Platform, right? And it's a Spanish film. I don't know if I've told you about this, guys, before, but it is an amazing film. It's basically like, I'll obviously spoil it because it's brand new, but it's basically like a prison. It's you and your cellmate, and there's different levels. So it goes from like 0 to like 100 something, right? And basically, these people make this massive feast, like delicious food, like something like a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, like amazing food on this table. And the table lowers down to each floor for a minute. And that's the only food you get each day. But obviously, the lower it gets floor-wise, the less food there is. So when you're on like the bottom floor and there's no food, you're going to have to eat. So it's kind of like those kind of films, and then obviously that's like kind of main plot, and then shit happens, but it's like worth a watch.
Yeah, sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, it's quite good.
It's not movies, but it's a few foreign TV shows that I've seen on Netflix. One's called Aries, or Aries as it's pronounced. It's like Dutch, but it's about cult, and that's all I can really say about it without spoiling anything. It's like a whole cult program, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I might start Money Heist. That
I've heard that's good.
Really good.
It's French, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's French, isn't it?
I don't know what language it is, but it's one of the it's one of the Netflix's most watched shows.
Yeah.
Like, considering it's foreign language. Spanish, I think. Spanish. Yeah, Spanish. That's Spanish. That's like English speaking TV show. It bangs.
Oh Christ! How can I fix this? Sorry, my charging.
One of the apart from Let the Right One In was a good movie. The one with the vampire, We Lasted the Vampire, that was good. The Swedish film, I think it is. The best foreign film I've ever seen was a Bollywood movie called Hassi Tofasi. It was called, I think you pronounce it, and it's basically about there's a guy and he's going to get married, but he's quite kind of unsure about his wedding, and then he has to look after his wife's wife to be's sister. But then he realizes that he met her years ago, and they were like really good friends, and then they end up hitting it off with each other and stuff like that. It's really good. Like it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a bit of a kind of rom-com, and I'm not a big rom-com fan, but just because it was, I don't know, different kind of culture and stuff, it was really good to watch. Really interesting. Has anybody lost Norman Fraser's feeds there, or is that just me?
I've no idea any of your feeds for the whole time for the last hour.
All right. I think that's the feed trying to tell us something.
Aye, I'm just trying to get my charging steps sorted, and it's just not working.
Is there any closing remarks for the good people out there?
What about to close it off? Why don't we all recommend either
you wash your hands,
a movie? Yeah, wash your hands. Obviously, wash your hands. Keep clean. Practice good, just general hygiene and general. Exactly. Look after your family. Stay inside. Be kind. But kick off. Why don't we all recommend either a TV show, a movie, a book, something to keep us going during these uncertain and kind of horrible times at the moment, and try and keep us all positive.
Absolutely. I'll say if you've got Disney Plus, watch the Imagine Eden TV show. It's intense, and if you like Disney, which everyone does. I don't know anyone that doesn't like Disney. It'd be weird not to. So watch that and see the background of that. That's awesome. If you don't have that, then I'm quite enjoying the Try Guys on YouTube just now.
Yeah, I would recommend them as well. They're
keep spirits high. Yeah,
during the quarantine is really kind of cool content.
So those are my picks.
I'll stick to a comedy. I would say I would pick two. Two have been mentioned. Always Sunny. If you like dark humour and offensive humour, go for it. If you don't, I would stay away from it. But it's really funny. Great characters, great actors. If not, if you like more kind of cleaner stuff, definitely go with Parks and Recreation. Great TV show. I think Parks and Rec is on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. And
sure is, yeah.
Always Sunny is on Netflix.
For me, if you've got Netflix, it's like sticking with a sort of foreign sort of series. There's a sort of series called Ragnarok. It's actually pretty good. It's in Norwegian, but obviously it is dubbed in English in some bits.
Yep.
For most of it, the dub is good, but obviously it's not perfect, but it works.
Yeah, nice one.
And if you want something like very light-hearted, just simple to watch, also on Netflix is Avatar: Legend of Aang, like the old Nickelodeon TV show.
Yeah.
That's good. And then if you want to watch the follow-up, if you've got Amazon Prime, Legend of Korra is on that, which I've just started.
Nice one.
And then I've not got Fraser, so no recommendation from him.
Is he still there with us, buddy?
Nope.
It doesn't seem to be.
No.
I'll try and bring him back into the feed for the end here, because that wouldn't be fair to end it without giving Fraser a chance to say his closing remarks. So I'll try and remove him from the call and bring him back in. I can bear with me here, guys. Sorry about this. Fraser, add. Let's see how we do it here. This is the only, as I said to you before, this is the only downside to this, is doing it like this, and dropping feeds and stuff. But I'm just looking forward to be able to sit in person and do this, with more of us, because obviously we're limited to how many screens we can have on at the one time. But I'm looking forward to having more of us on in person as well. So that'll be really good. So keep tuned for that.
Yeah, it's just there's also the logistics of getting us all in a space is going to be a wee bit annoying.
In the future? It'll be easy enough.
It'll be easy enough. It's just something with a backdrop. Just trying to think. Just because obviously you see so many people with like crazy podcast setups because they've been doing it for years.
I believe this is our first night. We're doing pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll be fine.
We'll make it work.
Did we get a Fraser? No.
No Fraser.
I'll drop him a wee message. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, lovely.
Speak of
the hell happened there?
Hello, Fraser. I had to drop you out because your feed and your volume had gone as well.
Nope, and again.
Yeah, no. I just left. I just didn't say anything.
All right.
Thank you. No, I'm saying to the guys, if you get any closing remarks, what would you recommend to people? Drew was saying recommend some couple of TV shows to people, or things to watch, things to keep them entertained during this hard time.
Just to keep themselves entertained. Yeah, TV shows. I am one of those people that have went up to my loft and brought my own Lego down from when I was a kid. That's how.
Yes,
I've done that. Half of it is like Bionicles as well, mostly. That too. I'm moving room, so that also keeps me busy as well. Stuff to do around the house. You just move house, yeah. Just
move house. Just make sure nobody was living there before you move, because they might have had.
And yeah, obviously
so
we've
games.
got
So games is your kind of
play with toys.
Yeah, play with toys. Get some Nerf guns and just go mental. No,
I've got some. I've also given this to just before this whole situation happened, which I'm going to hate myself as soon as I start it.
I don't have your feed, but hopefully we've got it.
Yeah, it's a Frozen jigsaw puzzle that I got given, where it's literally
Nice.
all that.
Nice one. Oh, and I meant to say as well, I will put all of the guys' social medias in the description below. So if you want to hit any of them up on Instagram or anything like that, then I'll put them below, so that you can all give them a follow and we can all keep in contact. If anyone wants to talk to any of us again before we make another podcast, just hit us a message and we'll do some chats and stuff, because we need to all keep each other going and stuff like that. So if anybody wants to chat,
with like stuff like that down below, that'll be fine. Or even if it is COD and you're on a different platform like PC or PlayStation, you can just put your Activision ID and we can get through and play that.
Nice one. I didn't know that was a possibility, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that. But yeah, stay tuned, guys, because this won't be the last one anyway. This won't be the last one we do. As I said before, we'll get more people on, and we'll have a bigger chat, and we'll see what we can do with that. So that'll be pretty cool. We'll all get together, and the boys of Bob Marley will all get together and feel all right.
Yeah.
Probably didn't mean that in the same way, but that's the way I'm using it. But yeah, so this has been great fun. But we'll do kind of feed interviews and stuff as well if we can, and we'll just talk to more people. Because we want to try and involve as many people as we can with this, because it's been really good fun. I've really enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it, and you guys have enjoyed taking part as well.
Yeah, if anyone watching get any advice on what you want us to talk about, or any advice on what you think of this, how to improve it, then
I'm just waiting for the comments where they just slag us for everything that we've done through this. I'm just waiting for it.
Even if you get any gripes, just please put them below. But
then there's two big bearded men and two weird bearded men that will be at that.
Who's the second wee guy? Because I know I'm the first one.
Fraser?
Fraser's tiny.
Aye, maybe in height, aye.
I wouldn't say I'm tiny. I'm the
Wow.
average size.
When this whole thing without slagging each other off, and now we start.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking part today, guys. This has been great fun. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. But
Absolutely.
yeah, as Drew said, just keep on top of your hygiene. Stay in the house if you don't need to leave. Give your loved ones a message or a call. Check in with the people you live with. If you don't live with anyone, please keep in contact. If you need anyone to talk to, hit us up. We're always here. Yep. And we'll see you pretty soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Peace.
Thank you very much, guys.
Peace.
See you all later.
Positivity.